What is up? Thank you for coming to my channel, Prison POV. Well, check it out. Trip on this. I'm with my brother Ricochet. He's fresh out the Pinta. And we're right here going to do a viewer's choice. You guys sent in some awesome questions. We've been sitting here going over them. We picked the best. You know how we do it. And man, you ready to do this viewer's choice, bro?
Let's rock it.
Let's do it. Okay, so bam. Here we go, viewer's choice. I'm loving it. It's going to be my favorite one of all time. Okay, so Big Lou PR, he said, what do you believe Mom would want for you guys from here on out, moving forward? Kind of like an easy, non-prison, like sentimental type question. What I believe my mom would want for me moving forward is for us to talk. We kind of have like a rough relationship. Not so much rough, but just missing each other. He's in prison, I'm out. I'm in prison, he's out. Running different circles, different cars, and just we haven't had a whole lot of time to even talk. My mom would often say, you talk to your brother. That's your brother. You guys love each other. You need to talk. I know, Mom. I know we do. So she'd want us to be having a good relationship moving forward. What do you think Mom would want from you?
I think Mom would just, like you said, just want us to be a little bit closer, talk more, you know.
Yes.
Both be clean and sober, not go back to prison.
Yes. Clean and sober, out of the pen, and working. Working. You guys know my plight, man, if you follow this channel. I believe I'm under a curse. I believe it's hard as hell for me to get a job. I mean, okay, I'm not even going to go on a rant, but my brother's opposite. He can get jobs like hella easy. I got all kinds of stories where he, like, just fell into them. So, man, she'd want us working, sober, and family first. So, hey, C. Wilson View said, who has done the most time? Now, this is a good one, because I have done 2 terms. I have 2 prison numbers, a P number and an F number. I have 8 violations. And a couple years ago, I added up, calculated, and I believe I edged them out. Now, what do you think? You think you got more time under your belt than me?
I think I do.
I think you do too. I think you edged me out. What do you got? What are you working with?
5 prison terms, 3 prison numbers, a V number, a BB number, and a BS number right now.
Damn, 5 terms? No,
I can't even count how many violations.
No. Do you have any year flat violations? Because I have a year flat, and I count that as a term. So I say 3 terms, kind of cheating right there, but
2 10 flats.
2 10 flats. Okay, right. We get the 10 flat for the
A 2.5-inch knife.
2.5-inch knife. Serious?
Yeah.
Both of them?
The 3-inch knife. 3-inch knife.
Nice. Man. I got the year flat for the thing with Mooch. Remember that? I stabbed Mooch.
Way bigger knife.
Bigger knife. Bigger case, too.
Right.
Year flat. Crazy. Anyway, whole other story. They know about that. I've probably told the story like 10 times. Go tell them, boom, throw the tomatoes. I mean, some stories just pop and over.
Tripped over his own feet.
Tripped over his own feet. And you told me yourself about a story. Got jumped in chapter. Same thing. Guy tripped over his own feet. You said he stabbed him in the buttock. And he said it looked like a cat. He was on his hind legs and he got to moving, he said.
Took off before his feet hit the ground.
I love that. We're going to have to talk about that some more. We're going to have to talk about that some more. So, yeah, I think you've done more time. You edged me out. So, what is that? This is Johnny. Oh, yeah, Johnny. What was it? Jonathan and MC.
Jonathan and MC.
Jonathan MC said, did you ever do CDC time together?
Of course we did. So you got the 4th half, and we and I had a violation. We started off in reception together in C1.
C1, yes.
You're doing your I was doing my violation. You were on your way to do your 4 years, and then we parted ways. And while you're off doing your term, I ended up catching a term myself.
Right.
And at the end of both of our terms, we met up in Kern Valley, and we were bunkies right there.
Yep, man. Yes, so C1, walked to reception. Like I said, he got out. I went this way. He came back in. And then towards the tail end, met up at Kern Valley. And what did we do at Kern Valley, homeboy, as far as the program goes?
What do we wanted?
We ran our own damn program. And I'm not bragging. I'm not even saying it's good. We probably should not like bucked it. But Whip from IE, his exact words were what?
He said, you guys are against the grain. We said, no, we are the grain.
Yeah, he said, you're going against the government.
Going against government.
Government's government. Because we wanted to sleep after breakfast. We just did. We slept after breakfast, man, huh?
Yeah. And
before you know it was a chain reaction, everybody was. You start out just by having a beanie on, you pull it kind of low, and you lay like this. Then you lay a little bit, then I'm not going to put my head in your lap, for the, you know what I'm saying? But, okay, I'll go this way. But then next thing you know, your feet get more stretched out, and you start out in the fetal, and next thing you know, you're all the way out. First you do it with your mattress rolled up, then you unroll it. It doesn't happen overnight.
Just like that.
But we were sleeping after breakfast, running our own program, and you'd land at the gym. So, yeah, definitely done time together, and, yeah, C1, that was awesome, huh? So, Big Lou, man, he also said, didn't you have a question a minute ago? Man, hey, it's no limit to how many questions you can ask, just shoot them. Big Lou PR said, Ricochet, what's something you learned from Splinter? And then I can flip it while you're thinking of that, because I know there's probably a whole lot of things. But something I learned from my brother is an excellent mechanic. excellent. As a kid, he took my bicycle apart. I wanted to go ride it, and they took the tire off the, what's it called?
The
Forks. Tire off the forks. And so, yeah, he's an excellent mechanic, and he helped me do brakes. I learned how to do brakes from him, and I picked up on stuff. I tried to get like a mechanical eye because of him, so he's very mechanical. I think I've learned some of that from you. What have I taught you, homeboy?
To win over a crowd. I'm just not as good at it as him. You know what I'm saying? I'm a little bit more camera shy than my brother is, obviously. It's your channel for a reason.
Yeah. If it's not coming across, you're camera shy. You're rocking it. You see camera shy? But yeah, I've been doing this for a while. And also, as content creators, we have the pleasure of pushing pause or starting all over or rewinding and all kinds of stuff. So you get the finished product, but sometimes it takes a while to get there. I mean, hey. So yeah, the question was, though, Ricochet, what's something you learned from Splinter? And you said that.
Yeah.
Awesome. So, okay. Then we go this way. Fresno Street Stories. Why was it?
Why was Ricochet locked up this last time?
Oh, yeah. What happened to your term? Now, I told the people, bro. I told the people, the point of view crew, what I knew, that you were mowing a lawn, and the cops rushed in, and you ran outside the house.
Okay, so that's pretty much the gist of it.
There's more to it, though, right? What
Yeah,
happened?
always, right? Make it kind of short. I was over at somebody's house doing some landscaping. Me and the neighbor got into it. Next thing you know, probation rolls up. I run to the pad. Try to tell them to tuck their shit, and they just they raided the house.
So you ran in there to give them a heads up.
Right.
Okay, to say, hey, tuck your shit.
As you
cops are
should.
there. Yeah, you should. Right. Do the right thing. Right. You could have proned out, maybe not got in trouble, and then they'd been left hanging like a set of nuts.
Right.
So you went there, get a heads up.
Get my heads up. Long story short, I'm on probation, so they searched the pad. They found 120 grams of fentanyl, 120 grams of crystal, 90 grams of heroin, a couple 9mm, and then I was in the county for that, and I bailed out. I'm out on bail. Like 60 days later, I get busted with another gun. And my wife bails me out on that one too. So I'm out on 2 different bills. I signed for 4 years, and I just wasn't quite ready to turn myself in. So I was on the run, and then on the way in, I caught a high-speed chase on the way in. So
Man, and ended up getting that term. But the fire camps, they got the 33%, huh?
Yes, sir.
Which is something awesome. They talked about that for a long time before it happened, so it's finally cool to see. Remember, they're like 85 is going to go to 65, half's going to go to 33, and all that kind of stuff, and blah, blah. They still take a gang of money for restitution?
Yes.
They do, huh?
Yeah.
They jack you on that. It's okay. Alex Bellington said, why do you guys start doing time in the first place? Drugs. Real simple. My first term was fighting with the ex-wife and getting a terrorist threat, but I wouldn't probably fighting with her so much if I wasn't high. She didn't want me to get high, I did. Of course, we're going to bump heads. What would you say?
The same. Supporting the drug habit.
Yeah. Probably everybody in the penitentiary. Why are you guys here? I'd say 90% of people, the drugs. And even if they're there because of violence, I mean, the drugs made them violent.
Matter of fact, if I see somebody in prison and they're not there for something drug-related, I kind of look at them a little funny.
Man, that's a good point. No kidding, dude. Yeah, that's straight up. If you're not there for drugs, man, there's... What are you here for then, huh?
I mean,
that's a good one. That's a good one. I love it, bro. So, 79 O'Brien. What was the best memory you have of each other? The best memory I have of my brother, he was doing time in prison, I believe is at Pleasant Valley. And I'm pretty sure you were in the hole. Went there, took off on somebody. And you were in the hole with that dude who I was from Bogfish. Who's a straight J-Cat, that youngster. Remember him?
Yeah, trouble.
Yeah, right. That dude's a stress case, huh?
Man, boy.
Bad
Little
stress
man
case.
syndrome.
I can't imagine being a hole with them. So you're at Pleasant Valley, and I was on fire for the Lord. I was really on fire for the Lord, in and out of church. I mean, in church. I don't know why I say in and out. He's in and out of prison. I'm in church. I'm writing him letters. I'm giving him the gospel. And when he got out of prison, he came to my house. I took him to church. They did an altar call. He went up, gave his life to the Lord. It was real awesome. It was beautiful, man. It was just a wonderful thing to see my brother give his life to the Lord after I've been giving him the gospel through mail. So that was awesome thing. Many things. When I got inheritance in 2009, he came and moved in with me to Vegas. That was awesome. There's also that thing at the main motel in Union. When you're a newborn, I was 9 years old.
Yeah.
Remember?
Living off of cocoa.
Living off cocoa. If you know, you know. So what would you say, though?
Man, you know what? One of my best memories I have of you, bro, is it's gonna reflect off of that inheritance you got. My daughter was in a real bad spot, and my brother wasn't. He's not obligated to do anything for me or anybody else, and he dropped 10 racks for a lawyer to get my daughter, get my mom, so my mom could have my daughter, and she's had a great life because of it.
Yeah.
And that's a great memory I have of him because.
Yep. And what's cool about that is Mom would just obsessively thank me. Every time I saw my mom, and that was like, what, 10 years ago? Thank you, Chris. I want to thank you for what you did for Lyric and this, that. But I mean, they would have done it for me, and the family does what family needs to do for each other. So that's cool, man. Yeah, right on. Yes, yes, yes. So, Volkswagen, what's up, homeboy, POV crew? So, Volkswagen says, has either of you used your brother's names to get something you wanted? That's a very interesting question, because he had, someone else asked the question. I don't believe we picked it. And I don't know if you're going to read this name or not, but someone kind of said, like, who's more popular, who knows more people, something to that effect. I feel like my brother knows more people, but I feel like more people know me. Is that kind of like a weird statement?
That's valid.
Because of the thing with Mooch, and because I dated this girl, Charlotte, whose family knew everybody, was plugged in. There's a lot of kinds of Charlotte, drama with Charlotte and her family. And so, in the time I was doing time, a lot of homeboys were doing time. It's different now, and just blah, blah, blah. I feel like maybe more people might know me, but he definitely knows more people than I do. He has a lot more connections. He just knows a lot more. You're like, wait a minute. Objects are mirror, close and they appear. How can you know more people know him? When you know the people that know him, he knows them. That's more, right? So anyway, I learned that in a fortune cookie. What I'm trying to say is, though, the question was, have you ever used each other's names? There's a chick named TJ. Fuck, I'll throw her name out there. Taco Juice, we called her. TJ. And she was a balling out of control out there. Had a big old Sizak. My brother was in county jail. He took me over there a couple times. I was asked out, and so I needed some love. I wanted something. I went over there, used my brother's name. Hey, TJ. I'm kind of sitting on this thing. Feel uncomfortable. Okay. I'm good. Hey, TJ. Can you show me some love? You know me. It's Ricochet's brother, Splinter. Show me some love. And I remember getting a little front. And I remember not paying her back. And I remember thinking that, shoot, I'll just drive my brother's name all the way to the end. His name's so tough, I can not pay her back and get away with that. No. His name was good enough to get the front. His name was not good enough to burn her. Huh. No, never that. So she was not cool with it. But I ended up going over there with him later. Remember, she got all mad and shit, as she should have. But then there was another one, Lonnie and Cindy. Some of his friends. And I'm not saying I use the name for this, but I'm just saying, remember I went over there and tipped Lonnie's car?
To Lonnie's car.
Tripping on that girl, Charlotte.
Don't think for 1 second that somebody else can't burn a bridge for you.
Oh, someone can burn a bridge for you. That happened too. Did they get mad at you and not let you come over anymore?
Boy, did they get mad.
And those are your people too, huh? I was tripping on my old lady. She went over in Rexton, the south side of Bakersfield. I'm in Oildale, north side of Bakersfield, Lonnie and Cindy's, and I'm just stressing, dude, and I see the car keys sitting on the table. I'm like, fuck it. I picked him up and got in the car. Ring! I had more nerve than a broken tooth. I pulled over, and I saw some clean clothes in the back seat and changed them some nice new threads, dude. So, that's how I use my brother's name to get some shit, to get some love. And how would you say?
I'd say for me, like, when I was younger, going to jail or whatnot, like, you already established.
Yeah.
So I'd be like, hey, you know, my older brother, Splinter, like, what's up? And then, like, they'd let me in. But then I learned not to do that, because then after a while, they'd be like, yeah, I know Splinter. He owes me, like, $50 for a debt and shit. And
I know Splinter.
I don't know that Splinter. Not that one,
Yeah, no, it's a different one. It's a different one.
Kind of different Splinter from Rexton. I don't know who that is.
Kind of like when Reckless robbed Scuzz at my pad.
Yeah.
And, so then Scuzz and Reckless are in county jail together. A-pod. But like I believe Scuzz is an A3 and Reckless is an A4. And Scuzz took a bunch of black in there. A bunch of God in there with them. And so he's giving out to people, but Reckless shoots Scuzz a kite. Let me get some. Scuzz is like, you freaking robbed me, dude. What do you mean? Reckless? He's like, no, I'm not that reckless. I'm a different Reckless. And I don't think it worked, but I think he gave some to shut him up. So yeah, exactly. But I am 9 years older than him. And yeah, so I started doing prison. Let me see, I had like a term and like 3 violations.
You had a T number, right?
P.
A P number. Okay, a P number. Yeah, I had a B number, so you had like a 6-year head start on me.
You quickly caught up, huh?
I quickly caught up.
Okay, here's this one right here. Okay, I love this one. So, Death and Country. Have you shared needles, women... Okay, hang on. Death Country asks, Ricochet and Splinter, have you guys shared needles, women, or toothbrushes?
Yeah, we've shared needles too many times.
Women?
I've shared his women. He hasn't shared mine, I don't think.
No.
And my brother doesn't brush his teeth, so we can't share a toothbrush.
There you go. I can't say I disagree with that. I can't say I disagree with that. So, as far as the needles, remember Vegas?
I do remember Vegas at the MGM.
They went to Vegas. Is that where you stayed at, the MGM?
MGM.
No, okay, the first place we went to, the motel, they said they didn't have rooms.
Right.
Did they not?
Yeah,
there was 4 convicts, Ironwood, Soldier, Splinter, and Ricochet. We go to Vegas. I got $4,000 in cash. We stand in this long line, and there's people behind us, too. And we get there at the counter, like we have no rooms. Huh.
Yeah, people behind us get up there, they're like, oh yeah, we got a room for you right
now. I know,
now.
people behind us are continuing to check out, though. They said no rooms. So we went to MGM, and they gave us room, what? 123.
Room 123.
Room 123, dog! You can't make this fucking shit up, boy. Man! And we stayed there until the Galaga ran out, is what we did.
Yeah, we didn't even know there was a pool on the top roof until like the last day we left. We were so stuck in that room.
Yeah, we're stuck in the room. We got at night. And yeah, exactly. We went to this pool, and there was just one syringe. We're all using, all four of us, passing that thing around. And damn, one of us had it in our pocket. We jumped in the pool to go swimming, and it felt the pocket was floating. Our syringe was floating. They're like, "Is that yours?"
We're like, "No, but let me get it out of here, though."
Yeah, no, it's not mine. Let me have it. Wait. And then we encountered people who were part of a wedding. And then Soldier, that's his name?
Yeah.
Started making out with a chick who was getting married, right?
Yeah, he did start making out.
Yeah, he started making out with a bride, and they were coming over trying to yank her away. She wanted one last hoorah, huh? Crazy, dog. Crazy. So, yeah, man, that's what happened there. I believe we're over here on this one. Hang on. Okay, no, I think we got them all. What was it best? Yeah, okay, well, I want to wrap it up with this one. Okay, one thing we would change about prison. And I can't remember who asked this. I think someone said something. I don't know, man. I think someone said one thing we would change about prison. I'm not sure. But how about this? Splinter wants to know. Hey, what would you change about prison? Everything that they haven't already changed?
I would change everything. But I'll tell you something that's kind of weird about prison though right now, right? So he hasn't been locked up in a while, but I was telling him, I was like, man, they pass out condoms now, bro. It's like, it's weird, you know? So I was telling him on the COs one time, I was like, what's up with these condoms, you know? And he's like, well, look, you're not allowed to do it. We don't condone you to do it, but we can't stop you from doing it, so we want you to be safe while you're doing it. I said, that's cool. Where are your syringes and tattoo needles at?
No kidding.
He said, what? Excuse me? I said, yeah, where are your needles and syringes at? He said, what do you mean? I said, well, we're not allowed to do it. We're not supposed to do it and all that. I was like, but you can't stop us from doing it. Why can't we be clean and safe doing that too, you know?
Yeah.
So that's
hand them out.
Yeah, hand them out. That's what they got changed. More syringes and tattoo needles now.
Yes. Now in other states, we know, especially back east, that that happens. There's like homosexuals, they're called boys, whatever, and they belong to other people, and I think there's prostitution, all kinds of crazy stuff. As far as I know, when I was doing time, you couldn't do that kind of stuff. You can only sneakily do it. You couldn't out in the open, openly be homosexual and do that kind of stuff, could you?
I've been doing time since 2002, and I've been locked up pretty much a lot, and I've never seen a homosexual act in my life.
I have one time. Okay, I see.
You're not supposed to kiss and tell.
I did not kiss and tell. Okay, well, I'm not going to go to that one. I was going to talk about, they were doing a voluntarily hernia check one time. Voluntary hernia check? A doctor came in on Sunday on his day off. He's like, and he sent out ducats. Ask the guys if they want a hernia check. They feel like they have a hernia. And he was just sitting there, and you go walking up and drop your drawers, bro. And he'd be like, oh, yeah, grabbing. No, you don't got a hernia. So, yeah, but we start saying, you can't do it. Some people are excited. We shut them down. So, anyways, bro, when I was at when I was in Arizona, my cellie, Richie Rich, he always gave the officer who was in charge of the pod, he gave him food. He always wanted a tray. Richie Rich worked in the kitchen, so he hooked it up all fat. So anyway, they're doing count, all of a sudden they start walking down, these two dudes all in handcuffs. We're like, the cops aren't going to tell you what they found doing. Right? Just two dudes, solid-ass dudes, all tatted back, shaved heads, big and buff, solid, crazy-looking folios, leaving in handcuffs. Like, what happened? So the cop told Richie Rich, since they were tight, that he caught them, doing count, and he caught them during the Tucan Chew. You know what the Tucan Chew is? It's 69 in Chinese. They're doing the Tucan Chew, homeboy. And he said they had pillows on the floors all set up, a candle, all romantic and stuff, so they probably could use some of the gym hats you're talking about. You know what I mean? But what I would change about prison would be the food. They don't feed you enough. And someone else asked the question. I don't know how we missed it. I was going to talk about it. They said if you change the calorie, if you gave more protein, see that question? If you gave more protein, more calories, it would calm people down. I think it would. They fed better. Because you're hungry in there. That county jail member, you eat a 3 a.m. breakfast, lunch is at 10 a.m., dinner's at 3 p.m. That whole from 3 p.m. to 3 a.m. will kick your ass. That's why
starving in there.
Starving.
Going to reception, just waiting for the porter to hit the door so you can ask him for a bread rack. Huh?
Yes, shoot that bread rack.
A wish sandwich. Wish there was something in there.
Oh, how many sandwiches do you have with this salad dressing now? A grip. Because you can get salad dressing, like a big old bag of it, for freebies. So yeah, those PM snacks. So the next video I'm going to drop, Prison POV, is going to be called Punked Over PM Snack. Because someone was going through that 3 p.m. to 3 a.m. stretch. Starving Marvin. And I don't know how, you know the PM snacks on the farm? Remember those fucking things?
Diabetics.
Some people, is that what it was?
Diabetics.
Okay, some people at 7 o'clock will get a sandwich and an orange, dude, PM snacks. And some people would know how to finagle it. They would do something to their band somehow, and they'd go and get in line. They didn't have one coming. They came back with one. Like, man, I want to steal what you sold. I want to take from you what you took from them.
Right.
I was never able to give myself a PM snack. But I got a story on it. Someone was punked over a PM snack, homeboy. So anyways, that's what's up with that. This is Ricochet. I think we're going to be going live. I don't want to commit too much. You know me, doing a video tomorrow, Don't do it. So, I mean, I can't talk about too much. But I'm going to talk to him. And, we can go live, homeboy. He's moving to Texas. We could still get you on the screen and we could talk once a week, split screen.
We could do that.
You down to do it?
I'm down to do it.
And to just quiet, as it's told, don't tell no one, but my brother's thinking about starting a channel. Are you? Perhaps tell a couple stories, see what happens?
We'll see what happens.
What do you guys think, man? Ricochet's World or something like that? Let's get it popping. Let's do the damn thing. I love my brother. I'm so happy he's out of prison, man. I love him with all my heart. Thank you guys for watching. Shout out to the Point of View crew. Shout out to the Point of View crew.
Shout out.
Much love.